How much does an electric trike weigh? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today we're gonna show you how much an electric trike weighs. Now, before we get into it, hit that subscribe button below, stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we're doing, and of course, new product releases. All right, so behind me, I've got 3 of the 630 e-trikes. I've got the electric bike rickshaw, the EVRYjourney electric trike, and the Easy Transit e-trike. Easy Transit is a 750 watt. The EVRYjourney is a 250 watt front hub. Both of these are front hub motors. Same size battery, 10.4 amp hour. And the rickshaw is a beast. This is a 750 watt front hub motor with a 21 amp hour battery. So there's lots of different e-trikes on the market. I'm gonna give you a sense of what e-trikes weigh, and also just point out that there's not gonna be a huge variance between a lot of the e-trikes on the market, but I'm gonna show you with the Easy Transit. It's one of the lighter ones. Inevitably with e-bikes, you've got the motor, you've got the battery, so it's hard to really, get the weight close to a non-electric tricycle. So we'll show you the range. Also, you're gonna see how things like fat tires really impact the weight, and the size of the battery really impacts the weight as well. So things to consider when you're shopping for your electric tricycle, and how heavy or how light are you comfortable with your e-trike being. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna bring in Colton, who's gonna help us with our scale and our weigh-ins. We did a pre-weigh-in of Colton. He weighs 188 pounds. So he's gonna take each e-trike, get on the scale, and we're gonna see the weights of them. All right, Colton, if you wanna let's grab the lightest first. So the Easy Transit. Now, I'd like to point out on the Easy Transit as well, you could also take the baskets off to strip down the weight, and the battery can be removed, which is about 8 pounds. So if you wanna reduce the weight, you can reduce it by 8 pounds. I'm gonna get my calculator out here to just make sure I go ahead and accurately calculate the weights. Colton's up, good squat. Let me get my calculator here. Hold steady. 268, all right, and down, 80 pounds. Okay, now, if we take the battery off, that's gonna reduce this trike down to 72 pounds. And if we were to remove the baskets, we are going to lose another 3 pounds. So stripped down, no baskets, no battery, 69 pounds. With the battery, 80 pounds. All right. Let's go ahead and put that back. One thing I'll point out too is a lot of e-trikes may advertise their weight without the basket. We're telling you 80 pounds front and rear baskets. Don't forget, remove 3 pounds for that. All right, moving on to the EVRYjourney trike. Good thing we have Colton here to do this. 261. Okay, 261 minus 188, 73 pounds on the EVRYjourney. So you can see the bigger motor. Now this is a 250 watt, this is a 750 watt, so we're adding some pounds there. So 73 pounds with the battery and 65 pounds without the battery. So that is a 7 pound difference between the two. Now let's not forget we have the front basket on the Easy Transit. We also have a lid on the back here. So again, if you want to remove the baskets, you can reduce the weight. So a little bit lighter frame here with the alloy. Something to also remember that smaller doesn't always mean lighter, okay? Because of the bigger motors and other elements related to it, it could be heavier. So that's really important to remember when you're shopping. The other thing I want to point out about the Easy Transit that adds a little bit of weight back here, 3 pounds, are these rear fenders. These have some pretty heavy duty metal bars back here. If you want to remove those, you're going to reduce the weight by another 4 pounds. So just important to remember that when you're comparing e-trikes, that there's elements you could remove And if you see weights, think about what does one have in comparison to the other? Do you like that element? Do you not? Because again, if you want to reduce the weight here by 8 pounds, you take both the fenders off and the front and rear basket off. Now this comes down to 72 pounds. And then you take the battery off. Now you've reduced it to 64 pounds. It's a little bit complicated. We're going to put all the numbers up on the screen so you can remember it. All right, now let's move on to our last e-bike rickshaw. We should have done first for Colton on this one, but he'll be ready. Now this is a heavy, heavy e-trike. It's got the seat on the back, and it's also got these very fat tires. And it's got the 750 watt motor. Whoa. And the 21 amp hour battery. Okay. All right. Are you ready? You can do it. It's heavy. It's heavy. Do your best. 316. We're going to go 316. Good job, Colton. This trike comes in at a whopping 128 pounds. Now, this one came in, what did we say the EVRYjourney came in at? 72. 73 pounds. And we've got a seat on the back here, obviously, which is going to weigh probably 10, 15 pounds. We have the big fat tires. We have the big motor. Now the battery also, this is a huge battery. So if you're going to be transporting the rickshaw, you're definitely going to need a ramp or something you can drive it up onto. Let's just go ahead and see how much this battery weighs. Okay, so this battery is 11 pounds. So this is actually 3 pounds more than both of these batteries. So still not going to make it super light. You're going from 128 pounds to 117 pounds if you take the battery off. But every little bit's going to help. You can also remove the seats, which weigh 2 pounds. There you go. Locked and loaded. Put the key on. And we're good to go. Alrighty, go ahead and get this one out of here. So it gives you a sense of the weight of trikes. If you see other trikes out there, think about like the EVRYjourney, but with fat tires, you're gonna add a few pounds, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds. So just remember what's important to you. Heavier trikes don't necessarily mean less nimble. In some cases, a little bit of weight is good on a trike because it keeps it stable. I will say the rickshaw is a very, very stable trike with these big fat tires and the weight in the back. It's very stable. All these are very stable, but also the Easy Transit with the weight, the small tires, very balanced, very easy to ride. And then the EVRYjourney stable as well, but lighter weight. So if you want something with this size wheel, 26 inch, but still looking for something light that can be lifted, check it out. So if you have any other questions at all, please comment below or reach out to us, the team at 630.com, or call us 310-982-2877. All three of these e-trikes are going to be linked in the description below. If you have any other questions, you can pop them in the comments. Also, we have a 30-day test ride your e-trike policy. If you don't love it in the first 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. In addition to that, we're going to warranty everything for the first year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we'll take care of parts and labor to ensure you can keep riding. Lastly, jump over to our Facebook group, 630 Pedalers. There's thousands of members in that group. Ask questions about any Z-Trike, see how other riders like it before you jump in. Then when you have yours, post in the group, make friends. It's tons of fun. And then download our app to track your rides and compete on the leaderboard. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.